Hey, what's up guys, I'm Max Frost and this is A-Sides with Jon Chattman. I mean, I still haven't decided whether or not I think my own voice is glorious yet, but I definitely always was looking for, you know, small things that I could steal from stuff that I love to pull it into something that was unique that I appreciate. Yeah, really question.
Tell me, where does it end? Intoxication.
You know, it was kind of always changing gears all the time. I've had a lot of success writing to tracks. That's kind of like my most comfortable place, but I kind of tried a lot of different stuff, and it was my first time working with a lot of different people who had, you know, their own different process, and the approach for the whole record was all over the place in the beginning, but the songs that ended up really landing for it all were still kind of in the same world that they kind of brought me to the table with the stuff, which was just kind of working on tracks and working on grooves and then just finding something cool to do those grooves that made sense. I definitely felt like really kind of under the weight of pressure right when I signed a label deal, because it felt suddenly like everything had moved really fast and I was like caught up in something that was like way higher stakes than I was ready for. But you kind of get used to that after a while, and you realize that it's like the thing everyone tells you whenever you first get into music as a kid. It's just like, just keep loving it and don't think about anything else other than what you're doing.
Intoxication. I've been feeling low.
Well, first of all, I challenge you to make a YouTube video of yourself dancing to the songs, because I think that that's important, that you express that part of what you're doing. I think it's kind of the beginning of music, it's the bones of it, and for me, I'm kind of halfway sort of in a hip-hop world with a lot of the stuff that I'm trying to use production-wise and with the drums that I'm using, so the dance element for me is a super important thing. All my favorite music is stuff that I can dance to. I try to kind of like approach music and you know, use the skill sets I've picked up from studying a lot of different art forms to kind of approach my own stuff that I'm doing. I don't really try to separate the process out as being like, oh, now I'm going to tour and then I'm going to stop touring and then I'm going to make this record, and then because I think there's something you really need with writing and with doing stuff in a studio from doing live shows, because you just kind of remember that energy and that feeling that you need to deliver for stuff, and it's really easy to get into a studio and get caught up thinking that what you're doing makes sense whenever you like are just in a vacuumed room where everything's super loud and it all sounds perfect. But then when you take the song and, you know, kind of challenge it a little bit more live, sometimes it, like, you suddenly realize it isn't what you thought it was. So I kind of plan to do the rest of my career that way, just because I think it's the healthiest way to kind of like keep both things motivating each other. I'm down with remixes. I don't like it when they change the vocal too much to where a song that I wrote was like, you know, you've got some melody and then suddenly it's just like it's just something that's just like, okay, well that, you know, you could have just sampled like a parrot. Don't try to live too fast and listen to what your parents say.